Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar, Jumpstart Your Fortinet Partnership with Exclusive Networks. So today we will have a presentation from the Fortinet team, Allison Peckover, Tariq Kardazi, I apologize in advance if I said that wrong, and Charlene Holmes. So without further ado, I'll pass it to our very own Alex York-Wright. Alex?
Thank you very much, Josh. Hello, everybody. I'm Alex York-Wright, Director of Vendor Business Development here at Exclusive Networks. For anyone who doesn't know Exclusive Networks already, who are we? Exclusive Networks is a boutique distributor. This slide represents just a few of our key differentiators as we actively challenge traditional distribution and constantly redefine the meaning of true value add. One of our key contributions to the industry is that we only specialize in cybersecurity and the cloud, maintaining specialization within a narrow set of best-of-breed vendors, which can be integrated to enhance security and provide improved joint solutions, business outcomes. In this way, Exclusive Networks assist the channel community with vendor-specific as well as generic training, sales, design, implementation, pre-staging, and of course, supply chain logistics, both domestically and globally, filling in the gaps, helping many different types of partners to supply and deliver relevant multi-vendor solution to their end customers. And now I'll hand over to Alison Peckover for today's presentation.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that introduction. So do a little bit of a corporate update on Fortinet and as well introduce you to our security fabric. Who is Fortinet? Well, we are a global leader in cybersecurity, delivering a broad, integrated, and automated security fabric to enable your customers to accelerate their digital journey. We were founded in the year 2000 with 40 employees and are now the #1 cybersecurity company in the world. We have shipped over 6.2 million devices to date globally, and with over 700 patents, which is 3 times as many as patents as our competitors, I think really speaks to the investment Fortinet has made in engineering and innovation. Fortinet is a US-based company with our headquarters in Sunnyvale, California. With today, we have more than 8,000 employees worldwide. So we've certainly grown from that 40 employees over 20 years ago. Our large global footprint provides broad geographic balance and diversity. The majority of our R&D takes place in North America, with large sites in California, British Columbia, and in Ontario. To date, we also have over 500,000 customers, and to ensure enterprise-level 24/7 support for those customers, we have a number of major support centers that follow the sun with the support for all of our products. From a Canadian perspective, since we are Canadian born and bred, we have a large Canadian presence, including 1,700 employees across Canada, excuse me, 6,200 customers to date in Canada, and we are #1 in market share. We are with 4 of the largest telcos, 3 of the top 5 Canadian banks, and definitely are most proud to say that the Canadian government has standardized on the Fortinet portfolio for their networking infrastructure across 100 different departments and agencies. And Gartner has been paying attention. It's always great to have this third-party validation, so we definitely recommend checking out the Gartner peer reviews. We were recognized as a leader in both the network firewall and WAN Edge, all delivered from that same Fortinet platform. Here's a quick look at your Canadian channel team. For National Capital Region, Quebec, and Eastern Canada, we have Charlene Holmes. For Central Canada, that would be me, that is Ontario. And for Western Canada, Manitoba out to BC, we have Tariq Kardazi. So the 3 of us, each handle are really your first point of contact for the different territories. And we'll loop in our security experts or sales engineers as needed. Or certainly if you're working on an opportunity, we'll loop in the appropriate account manager to help you determine best options for that customer. Quick look at our NSC or network security expert, which is a fantastic training platform available to our customers, so your customers as well as to our partners and employees. Both a technology company and a learning company, our network security expert program is one of the largest and broadest training programs in the industry. As you can see, there's 8 levels from foundation right up to architect. All training is available free of charge, except for the 8th level expert. You can share the first 2 levels with your customers to train their internal teams on information security awareness and cybersecurity. So now to take a look at our Fortinet security fabric. As we know, digital transformation is underway, and while the pandemic has certainly sped it up, it's not going away. The attack surface is certainly different from the traditional perimeter 10 years ago, where all devices went to the internet through a single point connection. Today, the perimeter is everywhere, and users are more mobile with billions of connected devices. That has created new edges that require protection. So to have that best protection, security, and networking need to converge into that security-driven networking, which is the 3rd and current generation of cybersecurity. Weaving security into network functionality extends security across the networks, no matter where the data or devices live. Zero Trust Access enables organizations to see and control everybody and everything on the network, whether they are on or off the network. And of course, adapted cloud security means you can secure any application on the cloud. The Fortinet Security Fabric enables organizations to achieve that digital innovation outcomes without the compromise of delivering a true cybersecurity platform that provides broad visibility and protection to the entire digital attack surface to better manage risk. It's an integrated solution that reduces management complexity and shares threat intelligence, and with automated self-healing networks with AI-driven security for fast and efficient operations. To take just a quick look at a real-world scenario based on a single firewall, switch, and access point, the benefits of working with Fortinet as a single vendor for all these 3 devices, outside of the ease of deployment and having a single pane of glass of management, we can extend our next generation security from our firewalls to the switch and the access point. So definitely a great reason to take a look at the security fabric within Fortinet. As you can see, there's certainly a lot of products and solutions available, and this is certainly not all of our products. Whether you're interested in looking at our fabric management for a SOC, or you're looking at, a NOC, or, whether you're just working with our security-driven networking and our FortiGates, whatever the area that you're interested in, if you're looking for more additional training, some one-on-one sessions with our SEs, please don't hesitate to reach out to Tarek, Charlene, and I. We can definitely help facilitate that. I wanted to just briefly talk about our ecosystem, which is an active and growing ecosystem of technology alliances. It really is a fantastic program because it works to facilitate open multi-vendor product integrations. Since we know we're not necessarily always going to be that number one, there's 4 different categories of partners that make up our ecosystem. There's fabric connectors, which build that integration from their products, and they're definitely handpicked by Fortinet. For the Fabric API, partners that can leverage that Fabric API to develop complementary solutions for end-to-end stronger security. Fabric DevOps, so that's more of a community-driven automation, scripts on open source platforms for automated network and security provisioning and configuration. And lastly, our extended ecosystem, so those are partners whose products are integrated with the security fabric but cannot co-market the benefits that come with being a part of the fabric program. And with that, I will pass it over to my colleague, Tarek.
Thanks, Charlene. And hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for taking the time out of your day. I'm just going to jump into the partner program and show you, how Fortinet has rolled out a program that both benefits you and helps you promote our products and solutions in a very profitable way to your customers. So just jumping right into it, from a benefits point of view, I want to kind of direct your attention to the 3 business models that we have with our partners: integrator, managed service provider, and a cloud partner. Those are the 3 categories that you can partner with us into. Most will end up in the integrator category. That is your typical resale partner, traditional resale of solutions. Managed service provider, everyone will know what that model entails. Essentially, you're turning our products into a service that you're providing directly to your partners, to your customers. And then cloud includes, cloud platforms like Azure and AWS. So mostly you'll see me focus on integrator and a little bit of MSSP because that's where the majority of the partners in the territory kind of land. And then our partnership levels from there are advocate, select, advanced, and expert. As you enter our partner program, you are automatically placed as an advocate level partner. The next level over would be select, and those are the ones I will mostly focus on. In terms of benefits, to jumping over to a select level, you get additional pricing discounts, which I'll show you on another slide what that looks like. But the main benefit here is direct access to Fortinet support. As a partner, you can manage the support for your customers, you can escalate tickets, and have a better technical support experience overall. Advanced and expert have revenue requirements, as well as training requirements as well. And I won't go into too much detail there, but I will just say that if you need more information on how to get an advanced or an expert partner, please reach out to anyone on the call today. Really, we can help you with the requirements and the benefits on that one. From an MSSP perspective, being an MSSP partner, while you require more trainings to jump up to select and advanced levels, you get the benefits of having access to our MSSP portfolio and the EDR and SIM space. You can become eligible for marketing funds and specific communities that focus on managed service providers and things like that. So definitely if your business is managed services focused, definitely this is the model to go into. While there are more requirements from a training perspective, it really does set you up to succeed with us. And the one thing I want to call out on cloud is that we have recently onboarded a channel team that specializes in cloud marketplace. So if you want to have a conversation, if any of your customers are building infrastructure on some of those marketplaces, we have our products in the marketplaces, but we also have a bring your own license model to some of these cloud platforms. So if you have any customers or opportunities in that space, please reach out to us and we can engage that cloud team on our side and get you more information. Next slide, please. Yeah, so over here, I won't dive too deep into this, but this kind of just shows you some of the requirements for each model at each partnership level. The goal for most would be to reach the select level. To reach a select level as an integrator, all you need to do is complete an NSE4 certification. NSE1 and NSE2 are a requirement to be a partner. So add one person with an NSE4 certification, you jump up to a select level partner, you get access to better pricing and better technical support. On the MSSP side, as you can see, outside the requirements for NSE1 and 2, we have a requirement for NSE3, NSE4, and NSE5 as well. So a little bit more training required, but that's designed to kind of help you position our products in an MSSP scenario and to be able to kind of succeed while selling our products. There are requirements around, business plans, operating an 8x5 SOC, POS reporting, things like that, which we can dive deeper into as if you're a managed service provider and you need more information on how to become a select level partner, we can definitely dive into that and give you more information on that. And yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them. I'll address them at the very end, but please feel free to drop them if you have any questions on any of that. Next slide, please. So just a little more information on the NSE program. I'll keep this brief because Allison touched on this already. As I mentioned earlier, NSE 1 and NSE 2 are foundational sales training, and they are a requirement to be a partner. You need at least one person within the organization. I think we're getting back to the slide. Yep. So yeah, you need, one person within your organization to have an NSE 1 and NSE 2 certification to be an authorized partner. NSE 3, while it's not a requirement as an integrator, it is as a managed service provider to jump up to select level. It's really beneficial. It breaks. It's a sales training, but it breaks down our different product areas, and you can do 4 different products to complete the certification. So you can specialize and learn about the products that are important to your business. We're not going to force you to take a bunch of courses about products that don't apply to you, that you're never going to sell. You can actually tailor make this training to see the most benefit out of it as it relates to your business. And after NSE 3, you get technical from there. NSE 4 is the day-to-day configuration management of FortiGate devices and how to support your customers. So this is the baseline. I recommend it to any partner that's selling our FortiGates. This will kind of give you the baseline knowledge you need to actually do deployments and configuration. From there on, the certifications become more advanced and more technical, and you can specialize in certain product areas and things like that. I won't go into too much detail there because it might not be relevant to everyone, but please, if you need more information on any of this, feel free to reach out to us. Next slide, Allison. And this is just the training requirement matrix, just one more time. So we're hammering the message home. As an integrator, to be an advocate partner, NSE 1 and 2 are the requirements. All you need to jump up to NSE 4, all you need to jump to select level is an NSE 4 certification, and only one NSE 4 certification will do the trick if you're an integrator. And the benefits are great. I'll show you the pricing structure, the tiered pricing structure, in a slide or two. So I can show you more benefits to why you want to be a select level partner. Again, the different requirements here are on here for MSSP and Marketplace, and we can definitely discuss those in more details individually as needed. Next slide, please. We've also, as a part of our partner program, we've got specializations. Now you have to be at least a select level partner to specialize, and the requirements, you can see them here on the screen. Now we've added a few more specializations here, a few more technology areas in Q2, but we've got a good kind of coverage of specializations here across our product line. And most of what's required to complete these specializations are trainings. So once you complete the trainings, you can become a specialized partner and reap the benefits of that. You'll get a specialization badge that you can use in signatures, you can use on your website. You'll be featured as a specialized partner on our partner locator on our website. You'll have access to specific NFR kits based on that specialization technology that you specialized in. And you'll get access to some of our communities, some of our forums and things like that, where you can kind of share best practices and all of that, and get help if you need it. Advanced and expert partners that get specializations also will get, on top of the benefits that a select partner would get, an advanced partner would get one pass to our annual Accelerate conference. And as an expert partner, we can do some joint PR activity, as well as give you that Accelerate pass. Next slide, please. And this is what I was alluding to earlier, our tiered pricing and deal registration structure. So I'm going to focus on product category A, because that's where the majority of our products will fall. This was updated in Q2 as well. So if you see category E software as well, we'll have the same discount structure, and that covers the majority of our products. So we'll focus on those. When you first sign up as a partner with Fortinet, you're an advocate partner. If you go directly to distribution, so you go directly to exclusive to get your pricing, you'll get a 20% discount off MSRP on the majority of our products. As a select partner, you get a 25% discount. So that's the other benefit there to jumping up to the next level. And I'll repeat it one more time. The only requirement as an integrator to jump to select level is to complete one NSE4 certification. Advanced level partners and expert level partners get 30 and 35% respectively. And the way for you to beat those partners, if you're in the advocate or select category, the way to compete is through deal registration. Deal registration is, it's a typical deal reg program granted to the first partner that brings us an opportunity, as long as there's not an existing opportunity that we're working on for that customer. It's opportunity based, so multiple partner, it's not customer based. So I just want to make that clear. If we're working on a firewall opportunity with a customer and you bring us a deal reg for, let's say, a 40 mail opportunity, that would qualify for deal registration. It's opportunity based, not customer based. So I think that will make a lot of people on the call happy. And that, yeah, you'll get 45% off MSRP for deal registration. The only caveat to that is that there is a $5,000 USD MSRP minimum requirement for deal registration. Again, if there's any questions on any of this, please drop it in the questions section and we'll take it up after the call. The other thing I'll call out, at the very bottom here, you'll see the NFR pricing structure. This is consistent across the board for NFRs. You get 55% off MSRP for the hardware. Support and subscription services are for the first year are free, so they're included for free of charge. Renewals the following year will be 40% off MSRP for the NFR units. VMs are up to 75% off MSRP as well, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, and I think that covers the pricing. Next slide, please, Allison. I wanted to talk briefly about our 40 Rewards program. So our 40 Rewards program is a quarterly rewards program for our partners that rewards them for certain activities that help drive our mutual goals or mutual benefits. They change quarter to quarter depending on our focus areas and where we want our partners to kind of spend time and focus. And essentially, I just want to make sure, one key takeaway is that if you're not enrolled in 40 Rewards, please log into your partner portal and get enrolled for 40 Rewards so you can start actually, reaping the rewards. If in the partner portal, there's a sales and marketing tab. If you hover over and go to 40 Rewards, you'll see a list of our quarterly incentives in there. So take a look, see if you're working on any deals that that apply to any of these incentives. And if you do and you've opted into 40 Rewards, then once you close that deal or you do the activity based on the specific incentive that you're aiming for, then you can submit a claim and make additional money on the opportunities and activities that you're working on. Next slide, please. So some of the tools and resources that are available for you on our partner portal from a sales and marketing perspective, we've got ready-made self-serve campaigns where you can take them, add your messaging to them, add your logo to them, send them out to your customers. We've got asset libraries, just really a lot of tools within the partner portals to help you not only promote our product, but co-brand and promote yourself as a partner of Fortinet, and promote your own, added services and things like that. So you can take one of our campaigns, add a little some messaging in there about your service, the services offerings that you can add to our products, and wrap it up nicely into a nice, campaign that you can send out to your customers. Next slide, please. So again, this kind of shows you what the campaigns kind of look like. We've got, you can select the campaigns on the portal based on product type, and you can see them right there. You can do like one pagers, you can do email campaigns, you can do little social media banner that you can promote on social media. We've got a variety of different campaigns. They're all product specific, so you can focus, you can do a campaign for a specific product that you want to focus on. And this is all available to you on the partner portal free of charge. Next slide, please. Yeah, and we've also got a demand center on the partner portal, or coming soon to the partner portal, so keep an eye out for this one. It's an automated way for you to kind of amplify and promote our solutions, content syndication in real time. Again, you can pick and choose what you want to promote. We're not going to pigeonhole you into promoting a certain technology if it's not something that you're driving. And we'll have training rolled out for our partners once this is ready to go live. Next slide, please. And that's all I've got for you from my side. I'm gonna throw it over to Charlene now to kind of continue with the partner program and show you some other elements of the partner program that could benefit you. Charlene, over to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I'll be giving you the last pieces of your learning journey today, and we will be covering the Trade Up program, NFR, and CTAP. Next slide, please. So the Trade Up program was launched about 6 months ago, and you can find all the information about it when you log into the partner portal under sales and marketing and then Trade Up. Next slide, please. The Trade Up program is an amazing way for end users to get their hands on newest technology at an amazing discount. Now, should you have the current discounts right now are 50% off the hardware and 50% off the FortiCare subscriptions. Next slide, please. Now here's time for the fine print. To get those discounts, we have to follow the matrix that you can see on the right-hand side. Now, if you have a client who has outgrown their equipment that they currently have, they can move to a new unit and still get the discount on the hardware, but they won't be able to transfer over any contracts. Now, what I mean by that, say for an example, you find a client and they just finished renewing their services and they have a 2-year contract. If you follow this matrix, they would be able to get the hardware discount and then they could transfer that contract over to their new device. So it's really interesting and exciting that way. Next slide, please. So there's a few ways that you can find units. You might find them in the wild with users that you come across. Another way is to log into the partner portal, click on the renewal of assets, and then you can go to upcoming renewals. You can select dates, and then you'll be able to see all of the units that you are currently connected to. You'll be able to see all of if they're eligible for the Trade Up program or not. Next slide, please. Now, what you can do is we also have all kinds of supporting documentation that you can send out to your end users, review with your teams, all of that kind of good stuff. And there's some examples of it and where it can be found. Next slide, please. Now, the next thing I'm going to be chatting about is our NFR program. And this is kind of exciting, and I really like it because, it lets you get your hands on gear. Now, our the owner of the company, Ken Z, believes in letting people get their hands on the devices and letting them really speak for themselves. So that's pretty much where this comes from. You can also use these devices for the C taps. Now we'll get to that in a second. So basically the list at the right is a list of devices that you can get. Now, if you are building a lab and the type of lab that you're building, it's not there, please feel free to reach out to us and we can definitely help you get that gear. So what it is you get 55% off the hardware cost, and you would have 1 year of our 360 enterprise bundle on the unit. If you guys are deciding to go with the virtual route, what you would do is you would get 75% off this. Next slide, please. So the next item is our CTAP program, and that is our cyber threat assessment program. Now, what this is, it's really quite interesting. You put a firewall at the edge of the network, and it sits there like in a read-only mode. Next slide, please. So a lot of times you will propose this to a client and they're going to be like, no, I'm good. I'm protected. I'm fine. All that kind of good stuff. Now, the most important thing I can, tell you about them is, I like to explain the network to end users as it's like a castle. It's great that you're protected and I see that you have a moat, you have the bridge and, nobody can get in and that's great. What about when dragons fly over and start bombing you from the top? And that's the thing, is that we all don't have views of all the networks. The CTAP's also really good for making sure that the individual users are staying in their sandbox. Now, what I mean by that, we're going back to the castle, making sure, the cooks are in their kitchen doing their thing and we have the blacksmiths over in their thing. So it's really nice that way because it'll help give you insights as to who's doing what and who's playing where. If also, because you are leaving a firewall, on site for a week is usually what we suggest, invite the IT teams to be like, hey, you know what? I've left this there for you. Poke around, play with it, get comfortable, see what you think, because you have it there. Take that opportunity as well to do that. Next slide, please. So what happens at the end of this? So you're going to get a report, and here's a few pages of it. There's lots in there though. And the thing I like about it as well is that it gives you like a long-term plan. So after it's kicked out this report, if you have a user who is maybe very budget conscious, you could say, all right, well, right now you have X amount of dollars, let's fill these holes. Next time your budget comes around and you have X amount of dollars, here's what we're going to fill. Next slide, please. And these are different things that it will show you. If you look at the top, I like the top because it kind of gives you like a high-end sort of view of everything. You can see all of the top end things that you're going to want to, take care of. Next slide, please. And different productivities. Maybe you didn't realize, like in this case, Clash of Clans is being used. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure most work environments aren't using that. So it gives you really a good idea as to what, might be going on the network. And like I said, it helps keep everybody in their playground. Next slide, please. So it also gives you, browsing time if, you're noticing, all right, great, my end users are using this tool a lot. That can also be very insightful information. Next slide, please. It also breaks down to your bandwidth by times and days. So if are noticing bottlenecks, it can either help you adjust behaviors perhaps, or gives you a bit more, information into that. And if you look down at the bottom, it tells you actually, what's consuming, what's eating your bandwidth. It gives you a lot of insight that way. Next slide, please. And at the end, this is what I was saying, is it gives you like a list of recommendations and basically like an attack plan, so you're able to navigate and come up with a really good long-term plan, for your end users. Next slide. And we also have the marketing material that you can use and download and share with end users, and lots of good information on those two sites there, and they'll help you navigate that. Next slide. And we also have 40 rewards for this. And this is a good way to sort of quote unquote pay for your NFR gear in a bit. It takes about 2.5 CTAPs to be able to pay for a firewall, give or take. So what this can do is if you park a CTAP test at, on the end user's network, and they don't purchase anything, but you're able to run it and get all that information and share it with the end user, you can still apply for the 40 rewards. So it's really interesting that way. And like I said, it's a good conversation starter, with various end users. Next slide, please. Yeah, so basically, that's just the summary of, who Fortinet is and, what we do. And, we're here to help you guys. We're all part of your team. Next slide.
Thank you so much, Alison, Tarek, and Charlene for today's fantastic presentation. You covered a lot of extremely useful information and it was really insightful. Please do keep in mind, everyone, Exclusive Networks is the go-to distributor for cybersecurity in the cloud. We are volume and value, exploration and exploitation, personal shopper, or simple execution. We will not stray from our vision, global scale, local sale, and the continuance of true value. The market needs a specialist. Exclusive Networks exists to fill that gap, and we look forward to working with you. Please don't hesitate to reach out and find out more about how we can support your business.
We do have some questions that have come in. So the first question is, how much NFR gear can I get?
Sorry, I'll take this one on, Josh. So there really is the only limit is an annual of 50K for NFR gear. So that's the answer there. 50K annually.
Perfect. And someone asked if a copy of the slide deck would be available, and it will be. We will send this post-webinar along with the recording. Then we also have, where do I get a CTAP unit?
CTAP units are purchased through the NFR program. So Charlene talked a little bit about the NFR program. If you as a partner have any NFR gear available, you can use it for CTAPs, or you can reach out to Exclusive directly to purchase a new NFR unit as well.
Okay, can NFR be used in everyday production in your company and not just for demos?
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Can NFR be used in everyday production in your company, not just for demos?
No. So NFRs cannot go in production. They're just, the purpose of them are demos, lab environments, SCTAP practice if that's the way you're going, but definitely not in production. Now I will say, if you need some gear, if you need something for your own data center or for your own office or something like that, that is going into production, just reach out to any one of us, myself, Allison, or Charlene. We can help get you some aggressive discounts to help you with that. So yeah, we'll work with you on that.
Right. So as a follow-up, this is a sandbox only then?
Correct, for the NFR specifically, yeah. Nothing that's going into production.
And I did my NSE4. How do I move to select?
Just reach out to your channel account manager, and we can submit the request internally to get you promoted.
Okay. I'm working on an opportunity, but I don't have the BOM determined. How can I submit a DR?
Yeah, so you can submit the DR, but if you don't have the bill of materials, we will, before approving the DR, we'll most likely reach out to you to qualify the deal, help you put together the bill of materials, understand, the requirements and all of that. Once we have that in place, then we'll approve the DR and build out some quotes for you. I would say as a best practice, if you have your bill of materials, include it in the deal registration. That way we can, quickly approve the deal reg and get you get the quotes built out very quickly. But again, if you don't have the bill of materials, you need help building it. We're more than happy to, get an SC on the line with you to, listen to the requirements and help you put together the bill of materials.
Okay. So that actually seems to be all of our questions for today. So I do want to thank the Fortinet team and Alex as well, and all of you for joining. I appreciate the time. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.